We all do it. You're sitting in a coffee shop, you see a couple having a tense conversation, and you think, I know exactly what's going on there. We all play amateur psychologists.
It's just so tempting, right? We trust our gut, our intuition. But the thing is, if these lecture slides from Myers Chapter 1 show us anything, it's that common sense can be, well, a little misleading.
Totally. So for today's deep dive, we're trying to strip all that away. We're going to get into the history of psychology as a science, the actual methods behind it, and maybe most importantly, how you can start to think more like a scientist yourself.
Yeah, the mission is really to move past what the slides call hindsight bias. That's that classic, I knew it all along feeling you get after you hear the results of a study.
Right. So to do that, you need what Myers calls the scientific attitude. And it's not just one thing. It's built on these three pillars. You have curiosity, skepticism.
And humility. That last one is the real kicker, I think. Being willing to accept that your own brilliant idea might just be wrong.
It's so hard, and that flows right into critical thinking, which isn't about being negative. It's about asking questions like, okay, how do you know that? Or what's the evidence here?
Exactly. And that whole approach, it has a history. It goes back to people like Wilhelm Wundt. He didn't just sit and philosophize. He built the first laboratory to actually measure the atoms of the mind.
I love that phrase. But the history isn't just about the men. The slides make a point to highlight some incredible women who are often overlooked. We have to talk about Mary Whiton Calkins.
An absolute powerhouse. A brilliant memory researcher. She did all the work for a Harvard PhD, even outscored all the men.
But they denied her the degree. Still, she became the first female president of the American Psychological Association.
And then you've got Margaret Floyd Washburn, who was the first woman to officially get her psychology PhD. Her book, The Animal Mind, foundational stuff.
So we have the attitude, we have the history. What about the actual toolkit? How do we stop our brains from playing tricks on us?
Well, the first big trap is overconfidence. We think we know more than we do. So scientists use something called an operational definition to fight that.
This is so key. You can't just say you're studying happiness. You have to define it, like the number of times a person smiles over a 1-hour period.
Right. And that precision is what allows for replication. If another lab can follow your recipe and get the same result, then you might really be onto something.
Okay, let's tackle the big one, the one everyone gets wrong, correlation.
Yes. So a correlation coefficient is just a number from -1 to +1. That shows how two things relate. But, and this is the important part,
It does not prove causation.
it does not prove causation. Thank you.
The classic example, right? Ice cream sales and shark attacks go up in the summer. One doesn't cause the other. Summer heat causes both.
Exactly. To prove